Hello everyone and welcome back to another Red Dead Redemption 2 100% walkthrough video. It's been a while since I've done an intro for one of these videos in this walkthrough, but here we are. I just got finished bonding with Silver Dollar here, as I said I would do in ending the last video off. As you can see, he's level 4 up in the top right corner. So we're going to go ahead and sell Toast in our stable and then work on the next horse that we can get here in the Blackwater stable. And then I'm actually going to change outfits because we're going to go start seeing one of the 2 new movies in the theater that are here in Blackwater almost immediately, and probably shave off the beard I have been growing as well. Let's go ahead and see. We're going to keep Silver Dollar in honor of Hosea. As much as I loved the name Toast for a horse, we're going to go ahead and sell him.
If you're sure.
Or her. I can't remember if it was a he or her, actually, the top of my head. It's been a while since I've ridden them, but we already did this one. Wait, let's see. It was a male, so he was a he, I'm pretty sure. But we're going to buy this one, this Missouri Foxtrotter, and you'll see it's a Silver Dapple Pinto, and I'm going to go ahead and name him Albert, in honor of Albert from the Stranger missions in the first half of the game, playing as Arthur. I can't remember the name of the Stranger missions actually at the top of my head. I don't know why. Either way, we're going to name him after Albert because that is the type of horse we saw in one of his Stranger missions. And this is the one we're going to be working on. We won't have him for too long because I'm going to try to speed along his progression, but we'll have him for a couple Stranger missions so that we can move on to the final horse, the Arabian horse. This is the last one that we're going to have in the game. But we're going to work on Albert, though. Then this should be the lineup of horses that we have. The first one we get at the start of the epilogue, this Missouri Foxtrotter, this Turkoman, and then Arabian. I wanted to vary it up. I could have had like 2 Turkoman back to back, or 2 Missouri Foxtrotters, or all Arabians, honestly. But I figured it'd be cool to have a variety of horses. Alright, is there anything else I need? No? Let's get out. Level bonding 1. I actually really like the coat of this horse. I think it looks amazing. It's kind of like the American paint horse, but with a little bit of more flair to it, I think. We went ahead and studied him. Come on, Albert, let's go.
Good boy. Stagecoach. Fast it down.
Let's go ahead and get in our fancy outfit for seeing a movie.
No more bets this round. You ever play this before, friend? So, what's it be?
Can I get a room?
It's all yours. Enjoy.
Evening, mister. Good evening, mister.
Evening, friend.
50.
See, and I think I'm just gonna wear what I wore in the main game because it's practically the same thing, but we're going to watch the movies in, what's it called? Hold on, I'm trying to remember it. This one, because he's dressed all fancy, you know? I should actually save, and then I'm gonna try shaving off this beard before we start the movie. Let's do one here.
Have a nice evening.
Since we're actually about to start doing some Stranger missions and stuff, I actually want to shave down the beard too. Originally just have the mustache as fully grown out as I could get it.
I don't win soon, the wife's gonna kill me.
Thanks, mister.
Careful there. You lose the scissors in your house?
I did.
Have a seat, let's get to work.
Man, look at
So,
this
what do you need?
glorious beard. All right, first, let's see what we want to do with the hair. I don't think I want to keep it this long. We will grow it out eventually, but I think for my personal enjoyment, I want it to be like a decent length. Nothing too long, because I think it will kind of conflict. Like, I don't like it at this length because it's kind of starting to outgrow. So I think, like, this is starting to outgrow too, but I think this is a bit more reasonable. Let's pomade it. Let's see how nice it looks.
Half bad, huh?
That's what it looks like pomaded at full length. Let's take it down. This kind of makes that length look better. I think 3 is kind of where we're going to be, because 3 is like a good way to go regardless. And I am hoping to grow it out a bit longer when we go back to John's regular hair. Let's go to facial hair and all. What we want to do is, let's see how long this got. This got to almost the final one. Let's see the full style length, because this is what you have to see how long it actually got. We're literally 1 off from having the full length. So hopefully we'll get there right before we actually want to shave it off after doing all the stranger missions. If we can get there, that's cool, but honestly, this is... It looks kind of looks messy than what I'm used to having it get to at this point, because I was intentionally trying to grow it out. But, you know, it's kind of funny seeing as long as it can get. And honestly, I'm only going to have this beard for... Not beard, but this mustache for the stranger missions, and then when we get back to doing regular story missions, I'm just going to stick to John's regular beard look. I just want to have a little bit of fun with customization during this part of the epilogues, just to show you a little spice of what I like to do. Honestly, I think this one is good, the pennant, but I think the better mustache one is either this, the Spartan, the good old Tombstone type of mustache. Like, honestly, I love Tombstone, so I love all the mustaches, which this is one of them. I can't think of the actor right now. It's gonna kill me. It's gonna kill me. I should know this. Hold on. I know the name. It's just not coming to me because I'm under pressure. Sam Elliott. That's who I'm thinking of. Sam Elliott. I don't know why. I kept thinking of Kurt Russell, but I'm like, that's not him. That's the other mustache that we're going to see. I really like this mustache. I think it's honestly great. It's a manly mustache, but I would either have chosen this one if I didn't already kind of wear a version of it as Arthur, or maybe this one. This is the one I wore as Arthur for most of Chapter 4, and I love this mustache. I think it's either this one or the Spartan. So, since I already wore these two in the main game, I went ahead and went with the pennant as John, because I think it looks a bit better on him than on Arthur, personally. So, we're going to stick with this. So, let's trim it. We're going to trim the chin all the way down, and then the chops all the way down. And then this could be we might see it get to its final length. Hopefully we do. And probably when we get to the main missions, I'm going to let everything grow out a bit more so I can go back to the regular beard styles.
I guess we're all done here.
I was thinking about trimming it down to look cleaner, but honestly, I spent all this time growing it out. Let's keep it that way, you know? It's like, John's not a very clean guy all the time, you know? Maybe he has a little hard time keeping his mustache together. All right, but let's see this movie.
Well, hello.
Which show is it?
Direct current damnation is something to see, I have to say.
Ticket, please.
Why don't you head directly behind you through those doors?
Quite an interesting watch. I think that is supposed
Hope you had a
to
nice time.
refer to, I think, how Thomas Edison got people to invest in his form of electricity versus man, I'm spacing on names today.
Here we go.
Well,
My gosh, I had to look up this name. I don't know why I cannot remember
Funny how
the other person's name.
out.
We literally had a stranger mission interaction that was kind of referencing that guy too. So I'm just, God, what's the name I'm looking for?
Plenty of reasons to smile.
Oh, good, good.
Tesla, that's who I'm thinking of. Sorry, I looked that up too. When I get quiet like that, I'm quickly looking up something because I just space on a name. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I've forgotten like 3 different things. But you know, sometimes you just have days like that. But okay, I'm actually going to go and instead of going to the stranger mission I originally had planned, I kind of switched around the order of stranger missions I'm going to do. Mostly because I want us to actually, instead of putting off that last special character, poor Joe, that I mentioned, we're going to go ahead and find him now and do a stranger mission that's right next to him. Because that's one reason I was putting it off is because I was waiting to do that stranger mission when I was putting off getting him until we did that stranger mission. But instead, I figured it might be a good idea just to go ahead and get that out of the way now, and I think it kind of fits a little bit better. So we're going to actually go see poor Joe, we're going to find him, and then we're going to encounter the stranger mission that's up there with him. But I need to see what outfit I planned on wearing for that. And then I'll cut to when we get up there. This, here it is. Do I want to change anything with it? I don't think so. No, not that. I think these two work. All right. It's pretty good, so let's go.
Twain.
Hey, you!
Hey, feller.
Are you friend or foe?
Friend.
Then pay homage to your king. I'm the king.
How do I pay homage? Oh, great ruler.
I don't know yet, and I've been king for years.
Well, please let me know whenever you find out.
Well, it's nice to know that some people don't change, huh? What's wrong, Joe? Poor Joe. Got anything more to say, oh great king? Alright, let's get out of here. Oh, he just threw a rock at me.
Yesterday's man. Yesterdays.
Well, I'm gonna leave you alone then. That should be the last special character we'll encounter outside of the few that come after we complete the entire epilogue itself, so. Like I said, it's nice to see some people don't really change sometimes. And he's still the silly, crazy, old tree-living hermit that he was like 4 years ago. No, not 4 years ago, what is it? Like 8 years ago? I actually don't know off the top of my head.
Enough, fella.
It's 1907, isn't it? Or 1908. Wait, hold on. I know how I can learn this. Oh, nope, I thought it would have had it in here. Oh, well. I'm just forgetting things at the top of my head all the time now.
Hey, boy. All good.
Hello there. Can I help you?
I think you knew a friend of mine. A fella called Arthur Morgan. Came by and helped you with some hunting and skinning probably 7 or 8 years back.
Yes, of course. I wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for him.
Unfortunately, he passed soon after.
I figured he might not have had long left. Such a shame. He found me at my lowest point and he lifted me up.
Glad to see you're doing well, ma'am. He wrote fondly of you.
Oh, I couldn't be happier. Listen, it's a long way out here. You're welcome to take whatever you need from the house for your travels.
No, that ain't necessary.
Please, I have everything I need and more. He gave me the ability to survive. And now I'm writing. Any friend of Arthur's is a friend of mine. Please take something. It would make me happy.
Well, that's very kind of you, ma'am.
Let's see what we can get. It's like we don't need anything. Takes everything. Sorry, ma'am, just smoking cigarettes in your home. Guess you won't mind if I take some jewelry too, maybe. Kind of strange she just let us take stuff from her home, but you know, it's her home. She can do what she wants with it. Probably the last cabinet. Some crackers, good find. And some ground coffee. Whoa! Sorry, I'm just having fun. All right, let's get out of here. That's all we really need to do up here.
You take care of yourself out here, ma'am. You'll be okay, buddy. Quite a view.
Uh-huh. You know, this landscape, these views, this America, it holds us tight. And once we've seen it, we'll never know ignorance again.
Maybe.
It is that beauty, which really is the eternal beauty that is truth. This is God. Not the proof, but the thing. Not his work, but him. Wonderment is our morphine, I suppose. All us Americans dream of places. They are our God. Our dreams. Us, perhaps.
I suppose.
Forgive my crude naivete, but are you a cowboy, sir?
Not really. Kind of.
I am that most worthless of all creatures. A writer. A second guesser of our Creator. A dreamer of others' dreams.
Okay.
Evelyn Miller.
Evelyn Miller? A man I knew. He was a great lover of your books.
Thank you. But you're not?
Most went a little over my head, I'm afraid, but some of the bits he read stuck with me.
I'm a terrible fraud, sir. Your friend was deceived. I am God's blithe plaything. And what a feeble game he has begun in me.
My mentor never saw things quite like that.
You know, I used to write in a study and teach at a university. I taught some Connecticut fops how best to appreciate their topiary. I was a gilded ape. I loathe the man I was. The man I am.
Guess we all live with certain ways of coping with what we've done in this life.
I enjoyed our conversation. There's a truth in you, sir, a rare truth. Treasure it. I'm living in a cabin over near Tanner's Reach. Come by sometime. Maybe we might talk some more.
Maybe I shall.
Good day.
Man, our jacket was just kind of going crazy there, wasn't it? That's a glitch that sometimes happens with this jacket, and I wanted to wear like my own custom outfit that I personally wanted to put together of what I would probably dress with personally if I didn't do this outfit system. And I always really liked this jacket because it took a lot of effort to get something to spawn, because I think a lot of people didn't get this jacket when the game first came out because you have to get it through Pearson, and I like, one of my favorite colors is blue, so like this jacket was always a really well designed for me personally. So I really wanted to wear it for these stranger missions, because we're gonna see Evelyn Miller quite a few more times. So if it continues to do that, we're just gonna have to stick it out, because I really want. Oh no! You thought you'd get the jump on me? Oh well, that's a lot of them. That's a lot of them. Well, I totally forgot about that ambush too. You know, this game can still like sneak up on you every once in a while. But as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, I'm still gonna wear this because I think the jacket just looks that cool for me. And I don't know if it's this specific jacket that has that glitch happen sometimes in cutscenes, because I remember it used to do it when I first got it, but I don't know. I thought they might have patched it when I wore it earlier in the game for some missions and stuff. But it looks like they still have some issues at times. You know, sometimes it's kind of funny how often they won't patch or fix small things like that, even though the game was super popular, because they're always focusing on online capabilities, it seems like, with GTA or Red Dead Online. They're always updating that, so they just kind of tend to say, all right, we're done with the main story. Or at least that's how it feels for me sometimes, because I notice a lot of the obscure, glitchy stuff that happen at times. And I'm kind of upset that sometimes happens with this jacket. I think this jacket looks really cool. But you know what? That's not going to stop us from wearing it, because it's that freaking cool. At least for me. But yeah, if you were wondering why his jacket was going absolutely nuts, I think there's just a general issue either with this jacket or with this type of jacket. Because I think I remember seeing it happen a couple of times with some of the other colored versions of this jacket. Because this jacket's basically just the same. I can't remember what it's technically called, the type of jacket it is. But it's just a different color of it. But you get it especially from Pearson after getting him some rabbit for a rabbit stew. And it's a very easy to miss camp activity. And I got it way earlier in the game. So I know if you've been with me this long and you've watched every video so far. Oh, God. Things are just going absolutely terribly wrong today, aren't they? First, my jacket messes up, makes me look like a buffoon. I get ambushed. I accidentally killed that man and his horse. Hopefully his horse isn't dead, but you know, that man should have watched where he was going. Okay, that's rude to say. I feel very regretful, but my point is that like we're just messing up left and right. We're just getting unlucky after unlucky after unlucky. But yeah, so we should see Evelyn Miller again. Sorry, cannot talk today. I'm forgetting things and things are going wrong. We will see him again. He has, I think, the most amount of like stranger mission, like the longest one, like different like points. Like there's up to 6 interactions I think you can get with him, like 6 little separate little missions if you want to call them that, compared to the other stranger missions you can do exclusively in the epilogue. And I think he's the only stranger mission exclusive entirely to John. So like we're about to do the test of faith and the fisherman of fish, the fisher of fish missions. You can do half of that as Arthur, but like you have to finish it half as John. I think this is the only stranger mission that you entirely do as John, so we'll get to see more of him in the future. But I'm gonna go and get ready to send out these dinosaur bones. In fact, I'm gonna save now that we've made some progress. We don't want to lose all that. And I'm gonna start off by actually sending the locations of the bones to Deborah. I think that's her name. And then it's going to be just a little bit of time before she sends out a letter to tell us to come meet her. So in that time of waiting, I'm going to go ahead and try to bond more with Albert here by guiding them around Blackwater, trying to raise my honor by greeting people. You know, the most efficient way to raise honor. I don't know if they've changed that since then. I've been playing this game for a while, and I don't think they have. We're going to send these out and then wait for her response and just try to get bonded with Albert quicker. So hopefully we'll get closer. I think I'm already at level 2. Oh, it looks like that horse got away, huh? See, so we're almost already at level 3. It's level 4 that takes the longest, so... I should have saw that coming. I knew it was coming a mile away, and I still let it hit me. Control your horses, bro.
I'll be with you momentarily.
All right, man, I need to send... We're not going to send the fish yet. They've been rotting in our bags, but that's okay. I'm going to send this, and this, and that, and this, and that, and that. Okay, did not mean to send that fish. All right, we just got to make sure we don't send that last one. Okay, so we'll send the legendary rock bass later. You have mailed all dinosaur bone locations to Deborah McGinnis. Return to the post office after at least 24 hours for your reward. All right, I'm going to take this time to try to get bonded with Albert just a little bit more so that we can kind of get closer and closer to being fully bonded with
Why don't you just leave me alone?
them. In fact, I'm going to see if the next show is what we're looking for.
Hello, you need a ticket?
What show is
What
it?
show's playing?
Something you might enjoy. Direct Current Damnation.
Okay, I think if I'm correct, the second show you can watch can pop up during the mission that brings us to it later. So we're going to hold off on that. So we shouldn't have to do that anymore. All right, I'm going to change my outfit to us to do the Test of Faith mission and get bonded with Albert a little bit more until she sends a letter back to us. I might even extend time when I feel comfortable after guiding Albert around a little bit. So I will see you guys in a second when she responds back to us. Alright guys, we finally got our letter back from Deborah, so we're going to continue with that mission. It is raining down hard, and I got max honor in that time by just going around and saying hello to all the people in Blackwater. I just had a little bit left to get, so I went ahead and got max honor at that. So I think I'm going to actually take the time to buy some of the weapons I forgot to buy in the main game too, so I should get like the best discount. I think you get it before you get absolute max honor, but I could be wrong about that. So let's see, receive mail, invitation from Deborah McGinnis. Invitation from Deborah McGinnis. The Totalisaurus is complete. I was right. I was right about everything. This is the vital missing link in the evolutionary timeline. The line in the geological sand. A riddle solved. I did it. We did it. Universities will rue the day that they ever rejected my candidacy in both. I want you to see it in the flesh, or should I say in the bone, before I share it with the world. Please visit me at Fireward Rise in Cumberland Forest as soon as you possibly can. Prepare to understand the world as never before. All the very best, Deborah McGinnis. Cool. I also got Albert here to level 3, so we're on the final level to get bonded with him. So we probably will get that definitely before we finish doing all the stranger missions. Oh, and we also got updates in the journal. I forgot to read what we have updated. You'll see there is the legendary cougar we got, and then this is poor Joe. He has a journal entry. Met the king of his tree. One of the better pictures John has drawn for sure. And then that every page should be blank for the most part. That has space available. It should need to be filled in by other animals because we got them all. So it really is just general entries from stranger missions and story missions and stuff like that. We should have got this one from the American Inferno. Met Evelyn Miller, the Evelyn Miller, the writer I grew up with, Dutch's favorite, even though I never really understood a word of what he said. In the flesh, both humbler and more pathetic than in Dutch's imagination. Bit of a sad man, looking for something or other. Cool. So I'll start regularly reading more updates made to the journal as well. But enough of that. Now that we got the invitation from Deborah, we're going to go and visit her and see what she has in store for us. And we're also going to keep a lookout for this, Evelyn Miller's entries as well. And we're probably going to go right to him as soon as we're done visiting Deborah. And we're just going to kind of treat a back and forth situation between Evelyn Miller and the rest of the stranger missions available, like the Fisher of Fish, what is it called? A Better World, A New Friend, that one's kind of technically new. Not really, that one's not technically new, it's just we're officially seeing a face to the name, but we'll get to that when we get to that. I'm gonna kind of treat it like that and kind of go in the order that I want to, so we're first gonna go see Deborah. Alright guys, we're coming close to Deborah McGinnis's house, so we're gonna finally see what she has in store for us now that we've got all the bones to her. See what this Totalisaurus, I think she called it, is supposed to be.
I'm a friend of Arthur's. He passed a few years back, unfortunately.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
I've been sending you the bones since then.
Oh, I wondered why there was such a hiatus. Well, come in. I cannot wait to show you the fruits of your labor. You'll be quite amazed. I was right, of course. Quite right. Lovely to see you. Here, just as I thought. Totalisaurus West Elizabethus. The Elizabethan Megasaur.
That's quite a monster.
Oh, it'll change everything. It's incredible. Tail. Fins for swimming. 3 pairs of legs so we could run extra fast, even in mud. Large tusks for doing tusky-type things. And long spines that acted as wings. They said I was a fool, a silly old woman. I was right all along. Oh, this is the happiest day since, well, since my sister died. But that's another story. Thank you. I will, of course, share the credit.
Oh, that's okay. I like to keep a low profile.
Really?
Yeah.
I must give you something. Something valuable. Here, take this. The handle is genuine Stegosaurus bone.
Well, thank you. All the best.
The same to you, sir.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we get from doing all this. The jawbone knife, which is a awesome looking knife. And it's what we're going to use for the rest of the game. Crap, I didn't mean to, I meant to actually like read the entry on it, because it's actually one of the entries that we're looking for in weapons. Let's see if we can find it. Here. Jawbone knife. A rare crafted knife made with a large piece of flint as a blade and the jawbone of a coyote as a handle. A reward for collecting dinosaur bones for Deborah McGinnis, an amateur paleontologist located in Firewood Rise, Cumberland Forest. So she said it was from a Stegosaurus, I think that's what she said, but this says it's from a coyote, so who really knows at the end of the day? It probably actually is just a coyote and she just has it wrong, because based on that dinosaur, I don't know if that she has any real science behind what she's doing, or she's like, what if it had wings, man? What if it had fins? And you know what? What if it ran faster? And why? 6 legs, that's why. It just sounds like just a session of taking the wrong things and coming up with ideas for what would be the coolest dinosaur ever. I don't know. That ending of that stranger mission always makes me chuckle, because that's totally just like a bunch of like elementary school kids sitting around at recess being like, yo, my dinosaur? This is my dinosaur. This is what it would do. Like, kind of conversation. I don't know. What do you think should have been added to the dinosaur for Totalisaurus? Sorry, it just kind of makes me chuckle still. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and go check on Evelyn Miller once again and see if he's got anything new for us now that we've met him once. So I will see you guys when we go find him.
You two okay?
Creí que te iba a perder.
Todo está bien ahora, ¿ok?
Glad I could help him.
You have saved us. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Sure. Now get out of here. Find somewhere safe.
Glad to have helped. Let's go talk to Evelyn now that we've helped those people. You would have thought I had all those interactions by now, but you know, you still get a few.
Blow it.
My, the reticent cowboy.
Hello?
You never told me your name.
Jim. John Marston.
Which?
John Marston. Long story.
I'm a writer. I love stories.
Another time. Guess I'm as big a fraud as you claim to be.
I'm trying, John. My wife didn't understand. Doesn't understand. The parish priest has taken to writing me missives about the exact nature of my sins. The parish priest! Can you imagine? Oh, what a petty-minded lot they are. I was attracted by my fraudulent fame, by the idea of me as some kind of provincial seer. It makes me sick. But here, I live like a man. I'm feeble, but alive. I'm a man! For the first time in my life, I'm a man.
Okay.
Or, I'm still a coward, but a real man would happily die rather than live as I do.
I don't know about that. We're all scared of something. Something within us.
But me, I'm nothing but fear. Fear and doubt and lies. Just a glimpse of how other men have coped and lived and survived and flourished. There are days when I sit here and weep about all the things that I've lost. We've lost. We true Americans, we peasants. We are killing this place, John Marston.
Killing what?
This great beauty, this truth.
What are you talking about?
Come. Let me show you.
Where are we headed?
Prepare to be shocked. Come along. Follow me.
Unless you're showing me Bigfoot, you should know. I'm not so easily shocked, Mr. Miller.
But you will be. Wait until you see the waste, the boundless appetites of these men. I know you will be horribly shocked because I see that frontier spirit in you. The self-reliance, the harmony with nature that us modern men have so lamentably lost.
I hate to spoil your impression of me, but I've been known to eat from a can just as often.
Oh no! Up there! The poor creature is caught in a bear trap. John, can you do something?
Let me see.
Cruelty of it. If you could pry it open, it may recover.
Stay calm. Let me try and get you out of this.
Those contraptions. They are unforgiving and indiscriminate. You did it! It's free! A second chance at life.
Maybe. As long as that wound don't go bad.
Still, better to die free than in the jaws of a machine. Now, come on. We have further to ride. Giddy up! The men I'd like to show you, they could have set that trap.
Hunters? I've seen hunters, sir, and like I said, I've been one myself.
Hunting for food or skins is one thing, but dredging rivers, burning out forests, killing everything you find, and leaving all but the most valuable parts to rot, that is who these men are. They are the rapaciousness of our financial markets let loose in the wilderness, the sign that our way of life has come to an end. Look, here they are. I will speak to them.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
You men are heathens! Ignoble savages! Animals! Shit, look! Look at what you... What's your problem? You're...
Hey! I was that weak, I'd run in a pack.
Okay, that's one. Oh, yeah, let's go. Oh, okay, okay. I don't like his friend behind me. John, please. Stay focused. Stay on one.
Okay. Thank you.
That was clarity, John. This place. This is heaven and hell. The duality.
I think you got hit on the head. Come on, let's get you out of here before more of them show up.
But
I think we've made our point. Now, come on, let's go.
come on.
Okay, boy.
Where'd he go? I think that was the end of the mission, but he just kind of ran off. I lost him. Oh well. I wonder if I'll lose honor for looting these bodies. That would suck. I don't think I would, right? Right? I think I would lose honor if I tried taking those deer bodies, though. Kind of weird that the honor system, some of the double standards it has. Okay. Now that we've seen him, I think we'll have another interaction from him in about a day or a couple days. So we're going to take this time to do another other stranger mission. And then after we do that one, which I believe I'm going to try to do the Fisher of Fish. Oh, look at this. I forgot about this. I haven't shown this yet. But I think there's a part in the newspaper that I think we might have already read that talked about a missing baseball team. I can't remember what the team is supposed to be. But this is where you can find them. They're like in a pile of dead bodies, and it's all them. The missing baseball team. I think the theory is that the Skinner brothers killed them and left them like this. Which would make sense because they've been very active lately. Oh, and look at this. They have arms and legs that make the form of a bee. I never noticed that before. But yeah, if you're curious what happened to the baseball team, this is where you can find them. I'm pretty sure it's the baseball team because, I mean, it says bee on their chest. I'm pretty sure. But I think we read that in a news article already.
Boy.
I had in my plans to show this eventually, I think. Or if I came across it. But yeah, cool. We kind of found this while we were getting out of here. But yeah, I'm going to be doing the Fisher of Fish next. And then I think there's going to be a couple times we visit Evelyn Miller before we get another journal entry. So we're going to take the time to wait until that another journal entry pops up before we do the last other stranger mission I had in mind. And then we'll finish up his. I'm kind of doing it based off journal entries we're supposed to get. And then I'll probably read them all once we get them. Just so that, like, the journal kind of looks like we're going back and forth. That's kind of, like, the idea I have in mind with that kind of stuff. But regardless of that, I am going to go and deliver this last fish. And then we got to wait to get a letter back from Jeremy Gill.
Just a minute. What do you got there? Oh, yeah?
Oh, I will not raise hell around here again, sir. But let's go ahead and send this legendary rock bass, and that should be the last one we can send. You have mailed all the legendary fish to Jeremy Gill. Return to any post office after at least 24 hours for your reward. All right, so I'm kind of going to do the same thing I did with waiting on Deborah to get back to us, and I'm going to take the time to bond with Albert here. I don't know if we'll get fully bonded with him before. I might just go ahead and do that, but honestly, we got quite a lot of time between Albert's interactions for us to get bonded with Albert here. So, not Albert, Evelyn's interactions. It's Evelyn Miller, right? I'm not crazy. I don't know why I think his name is not Evelyn.
How you do?
Hold on. Yep, it's Evelyn. I don't know why I just think that's a weird name. I think it's just because I'm used to Evelyn being a girl name, you know? Ah, crap. Somebody's mad at me. Alright.
I do love a return customer. Welcome. Is there something I can get for you?
But I'll cut to when eventually I get either fully bonded with Albert if I decide to do that, or we get a letter back from Jeremy, which the latter will probably happen first. All right, guys, we're actually gonna go back and do the next part of Evelyn Miller's Stranger Missions, the American Inferno, because I was looking into it a little bit, and I realized that I got my journal entry pages wrong and what his missions give for what journal page entries. And to make the journal look what I want it to kind of look like, we have to complete this next part of the mission to get the entry, which isn't going to change a whole lot for us. But instead of continuing the Fisher of Fish, which we will be doing that right after this because we do have the letter back. So we're going to head back there and get the next, the invitation from him to complete that stranger mission. We're going to do this little section first so we can actually get the journal entry I was hoping to get with the last time we visited him. And then we'll go back to what we were doing. So, just a quick little fix.
Mr. Miller. Mr. Miller, you about?
Hello, sir. I'm working, I'm afraid.
Okay.
I'm desperately trying to finish my book. It's absolute tripe, you know, but it's all I've got left.
Well,
I'm not eating, drinking liquor, or leaving this cabin until this draft is complete.
Okay.
I feel amazing! Aside from the doubt and self-loathing, but I've seen a great beauty, John.
Okay. You take care of yourself. Get yourself something to eat.
I can't fight my own nature. None of us can.
So we have to leave food for him. And I believe we have to do this 3 times, including now. So I think we'll go ahead and just give him some, let's see. Used to cooking. I think I'll give him some cooked food to encourage him maybe to eat it more. So we'll give him this.
I brought you some food, Mr. Miller.
Thank you, John. I'll get it in a moment.
Return to Evelyn Miller's cabin with more food later. All right. We should have to do it 2 more times, and I think it takes like up to 2 to 3 days for us to get the option to bring more food to him.
I can't. Not until it's done.
So we will be doing that, and we won't really get the next like major part of his stranger mission until we visit him 3 times. So in the meantime, we're gonna go back to Blackwater, get the letter from Jeremy Gill, and do that stranger mission at least. And in between of visiting him, we'll probably play some poker or some blackjack, get bonded with Albert here, maybe get fully bonded with him so he can move on to the next horse. Like, we'll make use of the time instead of just trying to progress time to get to the next point. That most of the bonding with the horses I'll do off screen, but maybe just for a little bit of fun, we'll play some poker. Because we haven't done it in a while, and we haven't done it as John, and, you know, it gives me a reason to play the poker and some of the other gambling games at Blackwater that we weren't required to do for the gambling missions in the main game, and, you know, just to kind of, like, show off that a little bit, I guess. Or just to show what it's like to play in Blackwater rather in the other parts of the game. So, yeah, when we get to Blackwater, we'll read that letter from Jeremy.
I'll see you. Hold on. Well, look who we have here.
All right, let's see what he's got for us. Invitation from Jeremy Gill. Hello, chum. You've bitten the worm, haven't you? What a glorious feeling must be coursing through your veins after having battled these beasts. And just think, right now you're no doubt radiating, but consider that what you feel. It's only 0.1% of this self-actualization and enlightenment I've achieved through a lifetime of angling. You've sent some fine specimens for sure. You must come see me. I have fantastic tales of my time in Italy, which I didn't include in my book. I'll be at my fishing cabin on the shore between Flatneck Station and Clemens Point. Call by soon. I'll autograph below. This letter will surely be worth a sum someday. Your friend in fish, Jeremy Gill. All right, well, it looks like he wants us to come visit him, so that's where we'll be going next. And we'll get to see kind of what he thinks about this new person sending him fish rather than Arthur.